Hey there, and thank you for tuning into Duck Bricks. I'm Chris, aka the Brick Archivist, and today we have yet another massive LEGO Bionicle haul video. So for the past few weeks, I've been looking for all sorts of bulk Bionicle lots. So that's loose parts from pretty much incomplete sets. I'll just take a ton of different pieces, usually for cheap, and the reason why I need a ton of Bionicle parts is that I am building every single canon Bionicle model. So this includes some of the fan-created and canonized models like the Dark Hunters you see right here, or even some of the canon combiner models, which you can see all the way in the front there. But yesterday, I struck gold. I found the most incredible, insane Bionicle lot for the best price that you could ever imagine. I mean, usually I restrict my buying to Bricklink and eBay or even Amazon, so I'm usually just getting fair market value for stuff. But this haul, someone recommended that I use the app called OfferUp. So I was looking at the listings in my area and I just found this absolutely insane haul for $18. And when you see what's inside, you'll probably be as shocked as I am. So let's just, without further ado, dive into this. So you can see right here up on screen, there is the listing itself that I saw. You can clearly see that this was $18, marked down from $25, which still would have been a great deal. And the thing that immediately caught my eye here was bits and pieces of Sidorak, because I needed him for the combiner models, as well as bits and pieces of Nocturne and a ton of other models that I needed for canonized creations, as well as the combiner models.
Alright, so as a quick sneak peek, this is the entirety of the contents of the haul that I'm about to show. All of this for just $18. So I saw this on OfferUp, and I usually only use Bricklink or eBay or Amazon or whatnot for buying Lego, but someone suggested that I use OfferUp. I tried to look at some offers in my area, and I came upon this listing, $18. I saw Sidorak in there, I saw Nocturne, and I thought immediately I had to get that. So let's unbox this and see what's inside.
Alright, so this is the box that I received. Let us crack this open and see what is inside here. I can already see a ton of different sets, a lot of even rarer sets. So obviously we've got a Rakshi right here. It's always good to get the pieces for this, but setting that aside, there are pieces, almost an entirely complete Toa Iruni, which will be very helpful when it's time to build the Toa Haga from the canonization contests. Looks like he's been built a little bit wrong here, but most of the stuff is here. I'm guessing that hopefully some of the parts are in this box, so we'll see if the rest of them is in there. I can immediately see parts of Sidorak right here, which is really incredible to get in such a strange lot like this. And yeah, you can see his full torso, head, and arms, whatnot. It seems that, again, this has been built a little bit iffily. There's some things that have been built wrong around here, but I'll really be just using this for the pieces, so it doesn't really matter. You can see his foot right here, so I'm hoping the rest of him is in here. I can already see some of the dark red pieces. Now this is interesting. This is from a LEGO Exoforce set, so kind of a neat inclusion to get here. I'm guessing the seller just didn't realize that it wasn't for Bionicle, but I wonder if the Exoforce set is actually in there. And the same for this armor piece. It was used in the Exoforce sets here, so it's kind of interesting to see this in here. But let's see, a case to one of the Avmatoran builds, so not really anything I can do with that, whatever. This is definitely for the Knights Kingdoms figures, which you can see actually a ton of different ones here. It's a leg in here, and I know there's a ton more, so I'll be setting that off to the side for the Knights Kingdom stuff. This is not Lego. Pretty much to be expected when you're getting bulk hauls like this. There's obviously going to be some non-Lego stuff thrown in, but I can see Taraga Vakama's Fire Staff, so that's always interesting to get. Almost complete Takedox right here, so this is very nice because of the transparent limbs, which you can see here, and they aren't even cracked actually, so this will be very useful in building my own stuff. So I'm hoping his head is in there, although I don't really need another Takedox head. I do have quite a few of them, so it is nice to get this for the pieces. And let's see, what else have we got? Thok, obviously this is the arm of Thok. You can see that right here. And this is one of the pieces for Matoro Mari. So the Toa Mari Matoro, obviously a very pivotal character in the 2007 storyline, so nice to see him here as well. We've got the Kanohi Olmec, although when I was looking at the listing, I didn't see a ton of pieces for Brutaka, which is a shame because that is a really rare set, but it is good to get a duplicate of the mask, and maybe this was actually from the Bionicle system sets, which is why I don't see any other Brutaka parts in here, but I'll still have to dig in and maybe I'm missing something. You can see the tools for Toa Hordika Oniwa. So he's in here, as well as Toa Metru Oniwa as well. So it looks like we're getting both the Hordika and the Metru forms of him in here, so that's very nice. Of course, this right here is basically the arm and body of Makuta Antraz. So I love this wing piece, and I'm actually using it to build the Makuta Spiria combiner model. So this is very nice to get. I bought one of them off of Bricklink, and I got the other one here now. So it's very nice to get. Oh, this is very interesting. Okay, so I never actually owned any of these, but this is the Lego Hockey buildable figure base. So look at this. This is so interesting. I've never owned one of these. I'm not sure if the function, I'm sure it's easier to push down than this. So something might be a little bit iffy with the function, but I actually don't own these at all. So actually, I'm guessing that's what that Exoforce armor piece is from. It's probably from here. So I will have to play around with this function and kind of just see how this goes, because this is my first time owning this. And of course, we have kind of an extra Kopaka Mata sword on top of him as well. So I missed that when I was looking at the picture. So that's really nice to see here. Let's see, we've got the spine for Thok. So obviously that one comes with him earlier. Nothing too crazy there. And these are pieces to Kopaka Nuva. You can see his ski blade here, and this is one of his arms. I wonder if the rest of him is in here. And it does look like this is kind of a mashup of different pieces, but you can see one of the black Toa Mata bodies, but it does have Nuva armor. So maybe there's a Toa Nuva Onua in here. We'll have to see, but then it has the dark green stuff, bottom legs here for the Toa Metru. So this is kind of just an amalgamation of different parts, but it does have Kopaka Nuva's legs here. So maybe we'll be able to get something out of that one. Now this one is very exciting to me because this is a pretty much 100% complete Zactan. And the reason why I'm excited about this one is because the sand green pieces, which are used in the Artaka cannon model, I actually ordered these off of Bricklink a few months ago to complete my cannon model. Unfortunately, it still hasn't arrived. So in the meantime, I will be stealing these pieces to use for it. So very nice to get that. And it also seems that there are actually quite a lot of mostly complete sets in here because, I mean, obviously right here, Toa Hordika Nokama, just missing the head, although I think I saw the head in here somewhere. So we'll have to see, but here she is. We've got a Visorak right here. Obviously, this is very special to get because of the lime green pieces. In later years of Bionicle, these were very prone to breaking and snapping, so it is very nice to get an extra one of these, although I probably will be just cannibalizing the parts for this one. We have one of the Borak calls, but this one actually looks like the limbs have been switched around to have the Tannock type limbs here, the red Borak. So kind of a mashup. I wonder if it looks like it includes both of them because you can see the Borak bodies here. So got two of those, so that's nice to get. Let's see, what else? The box is still pretty full, so that's really crazy to me. You can see the spear for Toa Iruni right here, so that's obviously going as part of the figure down there. This looks like, yep, Toa Mari Jaller. So again, a really cool figure to get. Let's just turn this around so he's facing the right way. And let's just hope that the rest of him is in here, because I actually am a big fan of the mask, and I do own, obviously, all the Bionicle sets, but I actually don't have his Hana Crab that comes with him. So I wonder if that's in here. I'm kind of hoping that it will be. And let's see, we've got another Borak call. This one is, oh, look at that, 100% complete. I wonder if it has the Krana. No, maybe the Krana's in there. We'll see. But yeah, this is 100% complete. The limbs, again, are built a little bit incorrectly, but it's not a big deal. And it always is good to get these, especially because I'm on a quest to make all of the combiner models. So that's why I'm trying to get as much official sets as I can pretty cheap. And if they're missing some parts, doesn't really matter to me because I'm just using them for the combiner models anyway. Moving on, we've got one of the Vaki right here. The Vaki Nurak, I think it is. And this is in pretty good condition. He's just missing one of the arms, which I'm wondering is in here somewhere. So really nice to see that. And I do have all the Vaki combiners already, although this one will be useful for some of the dark red pieces and some of the limbs and whatnot. So it's always good to get just more Bionicle pieces to play around with. Now this one was one of the reasons why I bought it. Bought the listing was that I spotted this. This is of course Nocturne, and it is so cool to get him just kind of loose in this parts list. Of course, he's missing a ton of stuff. I mean, his head's there, so here's his head. Let's just put his head back on where it needs to be. Right here. So you've got, I mean, this is most of Nocturne. It's just missing some pieces to the legs, and again, they might be just in here because I can see some stuff that's lime green. So very cool to get this just in a bulk lot, and again, for such a low price is really surprising to me. And I do own this one already, but it is really cool to get another one, mostly just for the pieces that he has in him. And yeah, this is just really surprising to get in a bulk lot again. So here's the rest of Sidorak here, and I will be putting these to good use in the combiners for 2005, so I really needed that Sidorak. Now, moving on to some more of the Knights Kingdom stuff. This looks like the body and legs of the Lord Vladek set, but it has the wrong head, so this head goes to someone else, but this is most of the pieces you need for it. I think there might be missing some pieces here, and obviously the armor here isn't there, but I mean, this is most of it, and the only thing that I doubt they included was the cardboard shield. So that is a little too bad. I may have to end up buying that off of Bricklink just to complete him, but it'll be certainly cheaper than buying the whole figure. So that's still nice to get. And again, here is another one of the Knights Kingdom sets. Oh, now this is such an interesting feature. Okay, I did not actually realize that this guy had this feature, but if you look here, he swings his sword up and down, but also side to side. That's such a unique feature to have in a set. And sword's a little bent there, but let's see if we can fix that. And it does look like this is 100% complete because, look, I can see his shield right here. So let's just snap his shield on right there. Such a cool feature to have. Man, that's a really interesting thing. So very nice to get this. Now, one of the other cooler ones, and I think that's where the head on Vladek goes, is this one. Again, an interesting feature that has waist articulation, channeling the arm here. I do already own this one, but I love the sand blue color, so it is kind of nicer, the metallic blue, my bad, the metallic blue color. So it is kind of nice to get this. Obviously, the head is wrong as well, but just cool to have this as extra pieces to play around with and maybe use to try to complete some of the other sets I don't know. Continuing on the Knights Kingdom theming, we have Rascus right here. And this one I actually really was looking for, especially because of these flat dark gold armor pieces, because on my copy of the set, I had to steal these pieces to use in the melding Makuta Pterodax build. So now finally I have another one so I can put these pieces back on the official set. So very nice. That was another one of the reasons why I got this one. And this is not Lego. Let's see. A Dino Attack Dinosaur leg. I don't know what I'm going to do with just one of these, but kind of funny to have that thrown in. And now that we're kind of nearing the bottom here, we have another Visorak. Again, this is 100% complete, and it looks to be built exactly correctly too. So Visorak right here. I'm again making all the combiners, so it's nice to get as many of these as I can. So let's just plop them up there. Oh, nice. Okay. This is the Kanohi Ignika from the Toa Ignika set. Just, oh man, I did not see this in the listing either. It's always really nice to get extra Mask of Lifes. Man, imagine if that was the gold one. That would be really crazy, but it's still really cool to get this in silver, and I definitely will be using that in some mocks somewhere. So there's that. We have a Toa Hordika Vakama with his head put on backwards, but that's fine. And again, I also needed this one for both pieces and just to build the combiners, especially because this is the only set that includes the classic Toa Mata limb piece in dark red, and I had to steal it for one of the Dark Hunters. So it was good to have it back so I can put it back on him. So that's really great. You can see parts to Toa Metru Matau here. Yeah, look at this. This is Toa Metru Matau's arm. So maybe we'll see some other stuff in here. And let's see. Oh, we've got the other wing to Antros, so now I have an extra one. That's nice to get. And we have another Vladek figure. Oh, wow. I was actually, I don't own this one yet. So hopefully the rest of the parts are in there and I can use this one to kind of complete my collection of Knights Kingdom figures. So here he is. Let's put him up here. Not Lego. Let's see. Oh, there's Hordika Nokama's head. I know I will definitely need this for the combiner models. We've got Antroz's feet here, so it looks like we do have a complete Antroz. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, we've got our favorite Great being in disguise, Velika here. Oh, that's probably where the Metru Vakama mask goes. It wasn't to, or Metru Onua. It wasn't to Metru Onua, it was to Velika. So here he is. I do have Velika already, so I will just be using him 4 pieces. And we have his compatriots as well, the leaders of the Voyanui resistance team right here. So it is good to get those. Quite a few Voyanui Matoran in here. Oh man, what is this from? Oh, this is Sidorak. This is Sidorak's blade, I'm pretty sure. So, yep, another piece of Sidorak, so it's nice to get. And now that we are nearing the end, let me see if there's anything else interesting I can spot here. Of course, Knight's Kingdom Shield, black kind of Metru Matoran armor is always good to have. Axon's mask, but none of Axon's. So this is probably from one of these system Bionicle sets, because I know there was a system set that included both his and Brutaka's mask. Although, let's see, now that I'm looking in here, this actually looks like it's one of Axon's limbs. So maybe parts of Axon are in here. This is definitely one of Axon's limbs. I think one of his arms here. So it's very interesting to see. Let's see if there's anything else of interest. I'm going to have to wash all these. Okay, it's the metallic gold Throbots head. Wow, look. Did not expect to be seeing this. This is very old and kind of pretty rare compared to even a lot of the stuff here, because this was only in one of the limited edition Throbots. And man, I just bought this one off of Bricklink just for this piece. I should have just waited until I got that, but it is always cool to have another one. And let's see here. Some other parts to the Voyanui Matoran. We've got some of the Nuparu claws here. Oh, we've got a Krana. Very nice. Let's see, is there anything else of interest in this lot? Oh, this is interesting. One of the green heads with, this is probably from Turaga Matau? I'm guessing, yeah. So that's interesting to get. Again, Kopaka's head, which is kind of to be expected. I was looking for that one to be in here. And I think that is really about all the interesting stuff. With that, post-washing, you can see all the contents of this massive Bionicle haul. Again, only $18. My mind is still blown over this because it's such a crazy deal, and I know a lot of people have their own stories about finding insane LEGO deals, but usually I just kind of stick to the norm and I just buy on Bricklink and whatnot, so this was absolutely amazing to me. I'm so excited to get to reviewing and building all sorts of canonized models with this. You can see a quick sneak peek at kind of the models I've been working on using the parts from this lot and other Bricklink orders, so stay tuned for that. I know a lot of you follow the channel for the canonized model reviews, so I definitely have a ton of those coming up. And yeah, you can just see, just looking at this lot, just the amount of unique stuff and masks and armor and whatnot, just all sorts of pretty complete figures were in here. So completely blew my mind. Thank you for checking into Duck Breaks for another haul update, and stay tuned for even more LEGO and Bionicle news, reviews, discussion, and analyses coming your way very soon. Thanks and bye-bye for now.